Hello! We're here in Hudson, New York at Backbar with our friend Robb Finn. Robb!
Hey!
Robb is breaking down briskets and smoking them a little bit different than we're used to seeing in traditional American barbecue. So we drove up here to pretty much make brisket with our friend and then eat a sandwich. What the hell are we doing today with fish and beef?
We kind of wanted to take barbecue and move it into a cooler direction. So our idea was, hey, let's do something really funky that hasn't been done. And beef and oyster sauce is this classic combination in Chinese cooking that's, super popular in American Chinese style cooking. So I was like, why not just do it with real oysters and see what the hell happens?
So we're gonna smoke brisket with oysters.
Yeah, with oysters that have been poached and blended into a sambal.
Never done that before.
Okay, don't know how we got here, but I guess we'll figure it out. Can we get to work?
Let's do it. First things first, we're gonna split the decal, which is kind of the really fatty, sinew-heavy piece right off the top of the flat, which is much leaner part of the briskets. Just so that way when we're cooking, we can have them set at 2 different temperatures with 2 different end results.
Wow, so we're gonna be eating these both together, like smoked separately, one smoked at a higher temperature for longer, but then we're gonna combine them just to get those flavors?
Yep, at the very end. Wow. So again, textural contrast, flavor contrast.
How has the menu developed? Has it always been crazy Malaysian style, or like how do you guys approach things?
Over the years, we've been more thinking of it in terms of continent of Asia as opposed to just focusing on one region, but applying that region's palate. So it's always the sweet, sour, salty, spicy kind of umami blend of things thrown into whatever. For example, the house sambal we're going to use to dress one of these briskets, we make with long red chilies, Thai chilies, roasted red peppers, and quince paste. It's always been this evolution within ourselves of like, yeah, we could do like traditional Malay and like, give me a pound of shrimp paste and a pound of Thai chilies, and that's sambal.
So what's the next step?
We're doing 2 different rubs. The flat's going to be with the poached oysters, and then the decal's going to be with our house sambal, fish sauce, a little bit more of that quince paste to really lacquer it up.
Let's get to rubbing this thing down.
Yeah.
Let's make a sauce!
2 sauces. So the longest part's going to be poaching the oysters off, and we got a dozen here that have been shucked and cleaned and ready to go. And we're going to keep them in their own liquor because again, that's all flavor, and those bad boys are just going right into the steamer. So while that's going, we're going to build the other sauce. This is our house sambal, so this is our little baby. So next, a little bit of quince paste, and then last thing is some preserved horseradish, and then fish sauce. So if you guys want to give it a taste. Again, you'll kind of see how it layers out. You've got a little bit more funkiness from the fish sauce. That sweetness kind of punches up a little more, and the horseradish gives it that different kind of cutting capacity in the back.
In our relationship, Brent brings the sweetness and I bring the funk. That tastes like the best cocktail sauce I've ever had.
Yeah.
That was the idea.
I want a ton of shrimp right now.
And again, brisket and oysters. I was like, you gotta have the cocktail sauce. Like, this is vital.
So this is what's going on the decal, and you've obviously thought about this. Like, why is each sauce going with these 2 different pieces?
Putting the oyster with the decal, I think we'll just kind of get lost in how fatty that piece is. That's why I was like, all right, if we use the more aggressive kind of stronger flavors on that fattier, richer piece of meat, it's gonna stand up much better and create something more dynamic. Like the other sauce we're gonna do now is roasted green chili, cilantro stem, garlic, just pureed with the oysters. So it's like you have your beater piece more or less that's gonna be really heady, and then you have your kind of suave, sexy piece that's gonna have like a little more dynamic. And then when you're eating them together, again, you're getting these weird dynamics of like, wow, like that was super vegetal and it's great. Speaking of weird dynamics, ready for round 2?
So we're doing what's going on the flat now.
Yep. So we got the oysters poached in their liquor, and this is going to be what we use to thin the sauce out as well. So these are the stems from cilantro, which are jam-packed with flavor and have quite a lovely texture. So that's pretty much right where we want it. We're going to go right back to that blender. Yeah, you get that little bit of like oceanic kick in the background of it. But the whole idea, it's clean, it's very clear, it's super fresh tasting, and that in contrast with the other one, like if you taste the 2 simultaneously, they really work beautifully in unison.
Totally. Yeah, this makes me want seafood.
Yeah.
Let's get to rubbing this thing down. So which one are we doing first? We doing the flat or the decal?
We're gonna go decal first. So that's gonna get the red sauce.
So I'm just like, I'm a dump truck right now. All right.
There's no elegant way to do this. Just embrace it.
Flip it, flip it, flip it. Good job, hands.
So good.
Good job, hands. Rub it in, hands. Rub it in.
That's some good rubbing.
Okay.
Woo! Cool. So yeah, and then same thing. We're gonna give this a good rub down and then let these bad boys sit for 48 hours. So, get this bad boy opened up. First one we're going in with is the flat. This is going to be a much subtler heat that's kind of well maintained, but still circulating on this side, so that's where we'll go with the flat. This is a more intense heat on this side, so this is where we'll go with the decal. Cool, so we close this bad boy up, and we got about 14 hours to kill.
What do you want to do for 14 hours?
What do we always do for 14 hours? Make
Drink
sausages.
until we're blackout? Oh, okay, yeah, we'll make sausages.
Let's find a half chicken for this man to eat.
That's been 14 hours.
I really wish I had brought a second shirt to get through the last 2 days and 14 hours.
Smell terrible.
All right, cool. So pretty much, we got the brisket up. We're looking for just over 190 on the flat.
Whoa.
So that's gonna be, as you can see, crazy juicy and beautiful. And the decal comes out,
God.
and that guy's just a preposterous mess
Pull it
of
apart.
meat pudding and deliciousness. And you know, because we have to.
Oh my God, yeah, we have to.
And then from here, we're gonna start chopping it up and getting it going and make some sandwiches. Last step is just the final assembly. So this is kind of our spin on the classic Chinese mo, which is almost like a bao bun and an English muffin had a baby.
Cute.
Yeah, they're adorable. And then get them straight on the plancha to cook. So we're gonna build this guy as a regular sandwich and then pull it apart, eat it with your hands, eat the inside, eat the bread. What you do after we give it to you, we do not care about.
I feel like I'm gonna take a bite of it and it's just gonna explode. Part of the fun is the handful of napkins you need to bring with you.
Exactly. And we only give you one napkin, so that makes it even better.
Bro. I'm eating a pancake sandwich.
Now that I'm eating it, my last question is, how stoned were you when you came up with this idea?
Scale of 1 to 10, the answer is yes.
All the chilies, all the time, the smoke, like salty, sweet, tangy, exactly what you said. It's everything. So freaking good, man.
I think kind of curing them separately and then cooking them separately really, really helps because you're right. When you cook them both together, you lose something from each. They diminish each other, but like doing them separately,
And then combining them.
yeah, this isn't in any way dry like you expect from the flat. It's not overly fatty, but both are just like cooked exactly right.
Yeah, texture's perfect.
Yeah.
For more episodes like this, click here.
Get in there. Yeah.
Big boy!
Big
bites. Eat, boy!
Yeah.
Eat, boy!
He looks so upset now. Come here. Oh, what did he do to you?